Good morning, beautiful world. On a tone 4 Sunday, yellow magnetic, yellow self-existing sun day. It is a Monday, moon day, not a moon day, a Monday. The birds are singing. Clouds are thick on that side of the world, but there must be sun on the other side where I can't see it because they're being lit up by the sun. Beautiful. Self-existing sun in the wave spell of the red earth. How do we synchronize ourselves and negate? Oh, hello. I haven't taken a break before between what I did before and coming in here. And my brain hasn't gone into reset mode. Let's take it slow. The source of life, sun, exists, is self-existing in the wave spell of the earth. It's kind of self-explanatory. That's kind of self-explanatory. And now I'm curious, in whose wave spell is the earth self-existing? Is it the wizard, eagle? Yeah, it's the wizard. Yeah, without the earth, no wizard. Without the sun, no earth. Without the night, no sun. Interesting. I wonder if we always took 4 steps back. No, we wouldn't, because 20 seals, if you take 4 steps back, you do that 5 times, you going in circle on the same steps. If you took 6 steps back, you'd go in a spiral. You'd eventually touch on every kin. Also interesting. Where are we at in our navigation? How was your day yesterday? Was it stormy? Was it stormy? It was such a good day for healing, for transforming, for doing body work. My day was filled with it. Deeply satisfying. To the point that my brain is like, what do you want from me? Hello. And here comes the answer. Darling brain, you are just a receiver. I want nothing from you. You don't do nothing. You just do what you do. Where am I tuning my antennas to? And my brain is like, I am the antenna. I want to tune to nothing right now. Okay. Sundays are really, yellow Sundays are great for the tuning into nothing. Usually they're pure bliss. It's just being, just be who you are, just be without definition, without identity, without anything at all. To the ego, that might be not as easy or pleasant or a nice thought or whatever, but to the self, what self? To whatever, that's us, that's not ego. It's a holiday. Sundays are holidays. I want to say even the Gregorians understood that. How funny. I am reminding myself to mind that a lot more. When I plan things into those days, I really shouldn't. I sometimes say that in the circle of 13 tones, there are certain days where it's good to not really plan anything. In the circle of 20, there are also certain seals. It's good not to plan anything or to actively plan not to do anything. For me personally, those are the sun days, the yellow sun days. I should just be drifting, sitting underneath the apple tree. It's fascinating. It's not morning anymore over here. It's midday, and I've been missioning quite a bit this morning. Nothing hectic, but I've been busy. And now that I'm coming in to tune into this energy of this day, now I'm feeling it. While I was missioning, I didn't. Self-existing sun, I'm reminded of discipline, of order, of structure. I'm going to look it up now. We are in the 4th castle. And each castle, the first tone 4, a friend of mine reminded me yesterday, defines the entire castle. This app got an update. I haven't been here since it's been updated. Here's a nice quote. The chakra centers are the place where the phenomenal and imaginal realms come together. Bracket opens, the senses and prana, bracket closed. Another quote from the Hunabku, Heptad 43. I haven't been here in a long time. Learning to coordinate the 3-dimensional self with the 4th-dimensional self is a primary life purpose, and it opens us up to multi-dimensional paranormality, which is actually the norm. Can you see the future when we all live like this? Notes, friends, schedule, calculator, castle of destiny. Oh, that is my personal castle of destination. No, we don't want to be there. Settings. Information, Warakins, Sacred Matrix, 7 radio plasmas, haptos, basic time cycles. Is this what we're looking for? Chronopsych, castles. The yellow castle. Southern castle of giving. The intelligence court. Ascension, power. The castle we've just been in is the western castle of burning, magic court. I totally felt that. 4 wave spells. Serpent, mirror, monkey and yellow seed. Yaman. Yaman. Oh, I had a blast in that castle. The one before was the white northern castle of crossing, the death court. That was difficult for me. This one is the magic court. The last one was the magic court. This one is the intelligence court. And the last one, the green castle, will be the synchronization court. So here, the Red Earth tribe initiates the giving by the power of navigation. Remember the truth of solar Uranus. Yeah, it uses the planets here. Mercury is next in the dog wave spell. In the night wave spell, it's Saturn, galactic Saturn and solar Saturn. Galactic Saturn and solar Saturn is the yellow warrior. So if Uranus, Mercury, Saturn, and Saturn. So in this southern castle of giving, intelligence court, ascension power, the yellow self-existing sun is giving the tone, is giving the form and the definition for the entire castle. Very interesting. I gotta look something up. In the other castle, it was the yellow star in the last one, self-existing star. Really great. I had a blast in that castle, giving form. The self-existing warrior in the difficult one, very interesting. Aside from the fact that it was the tail end of my serpent year, the shedding, my spectral serpent, my personal spectral serpent life year, we had to integrate that. Yeah, that warrior in that castle. Pooh. Okay. For anyone not in the system, this is a bunch of useless information. But for us who are just alive, navigating ourselves through our lives, and navigating ourselves through these times. Many people live in the outer world quite a bit and are witnessing the world according to the media, what it tells us, the news media. If you don't, you live just this life all the same, but it's more peaceful, I promise you. But if we're looking at the world through the eyes of the news media, it looks a bit chaotic, and it will continue looking chaotic. They will make it look chaotic for as long as they can, because that's what they live on. That is what they feed on. That is what they get their advertisement money for. That is what they need for us to give them our attention so that they can make their money. It's as simple as that. It's a really, really simple equation. They would just as soon bring you cats licking dogs videos if we paid more attention to it. And if then they could serve us the advertisements and we would go shop, then that's what they would serve us. And maybe they will change direction, because maybe more and more of us are tuning into those really cute videos that are just so much more fun. I wonder how many people who are 14 today are going to be watching the news in 10 years' time. Or are they still going to be busy making TikTok videos? Generating content, consuming content. I mean, there's a whole generation growing up that is completely content in consuming and generating content. Why are we worried about losing jobs? They don't need any jobs. Just give them money for the rest of their lives, they'll generate content. Who knows? We're content creators. And that's creative. That's fun. I think that's cool. I mean, if everybody is somehow, I mean, it's crazy. For those of us who grew up in the non-digital age, some of this is like, really? I mean, depending on how far online we have gotten to today, or will still get to, we're all at different levels with that. For me, it's like I'm doing monocast. I'm not showing my face. Why? Yeah, some idea I have in my head about something that some other people on this planet couldn't think twice about. It's like, what? Yeah, tells you what generation I am. Not the digital generation. And that's fine. I'm happy about that. Not in terms of better or worse, but I'm just content with it, the way it being the way it is. Someday I'll do a video. Maybe, I don't know what's the point. Seeing a face, we like that. Yeah, maybe. I'm personally someone who I listen to almost all my YouTube content. I rarely watch anything. Now that I'm getting into TCM, I'm realizing some of the stuff you can listen to it 100 times. It'll be better to learn if you also look at the visuals. You can try to imagine it all in your head, but it's too data rich to do without visuals. It's like trying to learn that Tolkien without actually seeing the visuals. It just isn't going to work. I don't think so. Some people's minds, yeah, but for most of us, it wouldn't. But once you see the pictures, the glyphs and their relationships, then it's really easy to memorize. Then a mild amount of repetition will really, and then staying in it on a daily or almost daily because of relevance, not by force, makes it easy to remember. And I will learn the TCM that way, but I can't just listen to it. But you don't have to learn nothing from my content. You don't even have to listen to it. You can just let it blow through your brain. It might do something in there. I actually believe it does. But that's not for me to believe. That's for you to find out. It's a tuning. And sometimes, a lot of things have an effect on us that we do not know that they do have that effect on us, or that we cannot actually really, really evaluate. And our mind always wants to know. I can't treat my condition with 3 different things, because then I don't know which one worked. So I have to take one at a time. And you may not realize that actually you will really get an effect if you use all 3, because what works is the 3 of them together. And next time around, you either, there's a difference in applying ourselves. Talk about red earth, synchronizing, navigating, and yellow sun. There's a difference in navigating by law. So I have a skin condition. Now I'm going to try X. I have X, Y, and Z that I could try. I'm going to try X and see if it works. I'm going to try Y. I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to try Z and see if it works. No, it doesn't. Then I'm going to start trying combinations. Fair enough. You're going to eventually find what works. But now, if you're going to make a rule out of that and say, that's the thing that works, you're forfeiting your intuition, and it's a poor path. It's a total value judgment. It's just a poorer path. It's just, like your intuition. Like, use whatever. Like, I feel like doing all 3. Intuition tells me just do all 3. Or like, no, leave that one. Or do that one first and then the other 2 after. Or the other way around. Or whatever. That is magic. That is powerful. Next time around, you might remember that these 3 things somehow worked in a combination, but you don't have to remember. What's your intuition saying? Should you do it again like this or like that or any other way, or drop all of 3 of them? Maybe something new shows up. Every single moment that exists holds within it every potential that every one of us need in this moment. Like, seriously. I mean, I kind of feel like I grew up knowing that. I just always known that. And before I started thinking about it, I lived it. Once I started thinking about it, I forfeited some intuition. And I took the poorer path. Occasionally. I know what that's like. Doubt comes in, lack comes in. And then when you have doubt and lack, you experience proof. You will always experience a proof of of the expectation or the lack thereof. And I can only say that whenever we wake up from a dream, we realize we have dreamed, and we realize we've woken up. That's a universal truth as far as I'm concerned. There's just no way around it. It's always like that. So in life, in our waking life, many, many times we have these so-called wake up moments, whatever. We come into a phase within ourselves where something that was maybe difficult is over, and it seems as if like that was a dream. It's like, oh yeah, this is real. This is good. This is me. This is who I am. Whatever I was thinking. Whatever I was doing. Whoever I was being. I don't know if you relate, but to me I've experienced it many, many times. And lately, very, very consciously, especially in this spin, I mean, really, this one took the cake. But honestly, in a very different way. But it synchronizes me. It navigates me. Now I'm like, I have anchored my faith so much deeper. I am still like, I once had a dream many, many years ago, like 20 years ago or something, or even more. It was like, Paramount Pictures. I dreamed I was walking down a flight of stairs, big flight of stairs, and suddenly I came to the last step, and the last step, and then there was a big gap through space, like a 30-story building, or like, I don't know, like 20, like a big, like maybe let it be only 4 stories. It doesn't matter. Fall and die size. And I halted, and I knew if I had just continued walking, it would not have been a problem. I would have been supported. But because I stopped and I thought, oh, there are no steps there. You can't walk there. That's what made me and wait it out. And I sat down at the bottom of the step and I realized these things and I thought about it. And before I knew it, the stairs had floated me down and I was on the ground. And I think I only realized that, so deep in thought was I, when the stairs started ascending back up. And I don't remember now whether I actually did manage still to jump off, or whether I woke up, or whether it was like, oh shit, I missed it, the gap got too wide. But the message was clear. And living like that is like, if you're faking it, it's stressful. If you're really making it, it's divine. It's like this biblical saying, I can't get it right now, but the birds in the fields don't mind their tomorrow. They trust they will be fed. I don't know, however it works, if you know. And this is the earth providing us with all the nourishment we need. And you know, some of us still spend time in nature. I say some of us because in the modern Western world, it's not that many. And I don't mean taking a walk. I mean actually camping out, sleeping out there, or spending so much time out there that we need to do our peeing and pooping into the forest. And I genuinely believe this is giving our information to the earth, and the earth knows through that what to put in the food. So for me, whatever food I buy, preferably locally, but I'm not even that concerned about local or not, because I live on one earth. The earth has the wherewithal to know where I am and to know where to feed me. And if I fly to some other country tomorrow, that food is still going to be good for me. You know what I mean? It's like the right ingredients, the medicine from the earth is in any food, anywhere on this planet. Because the earth knows what's going on in my body and provides. And by the same way, my body is my earth, and whatever I put in, my earth transforms inside me and nourishes me exactly in accordance to what I need. And that's very good. It's very correct. Sorry, I got a thought. I have to make food. Had a thought fly from left to right through my brain. And I'm like, hey, looking at it while I'm talking. There are 3 instances here. How many is in this head of mine? And why am I talking about my head? I mean, I'm talking from my heart, right? Why am I looking at thoughts in my head? Just because that's where the eyes are? So eye-focused am I? Oh, there's a big bloody wasp out there. Please don't fly in here. There's nothing in here for you. Go find a flower outside. I don't mind wasps. I just don't want this baby to die. They have a hard time flying back out. But she's flying against the window. Oh, you're coming in here, aren't you? A silly fart. They see the reflection of the trees in the window and they don't understand why there's no tree there. It's just a glass. Like, what's going on? Now she's gone. Funny. How often do we do that? How often do we do that? White mirror, red earth, lunar mirror. There we go. Got the lesson from the wasp. We fly against the reflection, thinking it's the actual thing, not realizing it's not. And we're not getting anywhere. We're just dealing with a reflection, not the real thing. I feel joy. Yeah, somewhere there's chaos. Anyway, here we are, navigating our lives around the abundance of life itself. Now, I have got to check. Today's guide is the warrior. Very interesting. It's the self-existing warrior, the one who is heading this second castle of going down, of burning, turning, going down. Death court. That's all I remember. Fearlessness, intelligence, fearlessness, living in the moment and knowing when to plan, what to plan for, living in alignment with the warrior has the knight attached to it. I spoke about it a couple of days ago. I didn't actually. I spoke about it yesterday in one or the other of the episodes, and I did them both yesterday, but I didn't do an episode on the crystal, on the cosmic warrior. But the warrior and the knight, intelligence and intuition, very best friends. Very best friends. Say no more. I know what I need to add to my dal. I forgot one ingredient. It's not too late, I hope. I'm just so in love with it. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, can I bottle this and sell it? No, but I can radiate it onto this planet. Like, I have so much radiation of love, radiation inside of me, running through me. I don't know if I'm radiating it. I'm not generating it. I'm channeling it. I don't know. It's just flowing to me, through me. Can we put things out there? Some say we do. I don't know. If we can, I am. And it's just like, shine bright like a diamond, like the sun in our sky. Oh, I gotta tone it down. Oof. I gotta tone it down. My solar plexus is exploding. I gotta end this. I gotta end this. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry, but I'm just like not coping with myself right now. I want to make this food before my boyfriend comes home. He goes to work. He needs to eat something before going to work. And I've been so busy. I've not been feeding either of us. I don't know what he's been eating the last couple of days. I haven't been home. A shame. But he's good at feeding himself. No worries. So I wish us a beautiful day. Love in the antipodal position, universal love, is with us at all times. It flows through us and it expresses in our loyalty to life, in our loyalty to each other. When it's dark and we're in kind of depressed mode or whatever, we can't radiate. It's okay. It is a necessary part of life. Otherwise, how would we know anything at all? You know, like the opposite, yin and yang, blah, blah. So it's just really, I just want to remind us of that, because it's just good to be reminded of that when we need it. And if you don't, just like, yeah. Remind yourself so that when you need it, you've got it, ever ready. We've got the dragon in the occult on tone 10, planetary dragon. Of course, nurturing, new birth, being. In this position, we're birthing something. We're really, the new birth that we have birthed, the baby inside us, our new, that this 9 months of spin is now coming into its form. It's not ready to be released into whatever new stage of existence yet, but it's really, it's forming its sense of consciousness. How about that? It's forming its sense of self, or maybe it's forming a sense of not itself, but a cosmic sense of cosmic love. I don't know. You decide what your planetary dragon in your life is, the medicine of your consciousness, universal fire, universal love, life, yellow sun, life. You are your own life support. You are your own spirit guides. It's you, it's we, it's us. It's us. We are guiding each other. We are guiding ourselves. In Lakesh Alakin, there's just one of us here. And the ego might be like, excuse me. But I love you, my ego. You are a unique creature. Time bound, thank God, but unique and beautiful, exquisite expression of aspects of me. Cannot express the whole of me, but you can express decidedly gorgeous elements of me, and some of them are decidedly not so gorgeous, but that makes the mix of me, and that's decidedly gorgeous, period. And that goes for everyone. And it's just like, yeah, let's party. Let's party is so hard and so loud until all of them start to realize, like, we're not winning this war. We just don't have a chance because these kids don't want to fight no more. They want to make music. They want to make love. They want to smoke pot. They want to, be the crazy rock and roll generation. We can't make them fight each other anymore. Yeah, no, you can't. Go away. Find another planet to play on. Go away. Not here. This planet is far too beautiful. Humanity is far too beautiful to be wasting itself like that any longer. Yes, we had to do that. Yes, we needed to do that. Yes, we still in pockets have to do that. And maybe some pockets on this planet will always be a little bit of a war zone for anyone who wants to play there. Enjoy. You want to have your limbs ripped off? You want to go kill someone? You can't kill an innocent because nobody is anywhere on this planet but by free choice, period. It's a highly controversial statement, but I made it. It just doesn't make any sense otherwise. How would it make sense otherwise? Then you have to negate the whole concept of a divine God who gave us free will. I mean, if we didn't have free will, God put us there, put us into war. What kind of God is that? That doesn't make sense. Then you have to say no God at all. Then we're all just here, some fluke of coincidence. Yeah, then it makes sense again. But then you can't have no God in the equation, I think. Huh? Am I right? I have no idea. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Works for me. Period. This is my space. I hope I haven't offended anyone. If I have, I apologize. Who else do we have here? The Blue Storm in the analog. Yeah, well, you can tell. It's my best friend. Transformation is the best friend of consciousness. The transformation storm, dying, living, birthing, splitting, hair splitting, atom, nuclear reaction. The sun is a bloody what massive nuclear reactor. I mean, hello. You get too close to the sun, you get torn apart. I mean, but we don't, and we can't. And if we do, who cares if we get torn apart? Because you never die. We're so silly about our bodies, but it's the paradigms we're living in. So it's fine. It's the time to have exactly that. It's the time to be afraid to die. It's the time to think I am this body, and when I die, who am I going to be? It's the time for that. For anyone on this planet for whom it is the time for that for. It's not all of us. And that's also fun. I mean, like, there's just nothing to hold on to except eternity. There's nothing to hold on to except endless space. The lunar mirror on the earth, in our synchronizing, why is the mirror the challenge? Because endlessness, what you gonna hold on to? Where are you gonna go in endlessness? Where are you coming from in endlessness? Yeah, you can come from somewhere because there are points in endlessness. And there's another point you can go to. Endlessly. Looping, cycling, circling. You choose. That's just great. I mean, but I'm fully aware it's not always great for everyone. So, I mean, oh, fuck. Yeah, I think I've created the darkest war. That's not my ego speaking. This is like, I mean, we in Lakesh Alakin, we are one. We've created all that darkness that we're living. And when I listen to myself, when I'm in this mode, I think to myself, but, I tell you one thing. you gotta have had some dark to know you're light. And however long it's dark, eventually you wake up in your light, and it's like, ah. And the longer, deeper, tighter, darker, colder, dark and awful is, the more insane your waking up is going to be. Amazing. And then this is the case with us bipolar people. We love it so much, we go straight back into the dark. Like, oh God, that was fun. Like, we don't do that consciously, but suddenly it's like, poof, we're back in the hole. Like, what the fuck? And then we can, like, thresh about in there and just, like, forget it was ever light. But when we fly back out of that, it's like, oh my fuck. Then we're like, oh, this is why we did that. If you can just remember that, if you have any bipolar episodes, just try by all means to remember. You're gonna come flying out of that, probably at health speed. And then you're gonna be like, oh my God, yes. That's why we do that. And you can keep a little light on in there. It's doable. I'm living proof. It's doable. So now more than ever. Whew. And when you're tired of that process, you can say, I'm tired of that process. I'm going somewhere else. I want balance. I want to stay in the middle. No more up and no more down. Or just a little less up and a little less down. Or maybe just a little less down, but a little more up. You can choose. I thought to myself, if I have to give up on the up, when I give up on the down, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving up on my highs. No ways. I'll take in a down anytime. I know it ends. Fuck that. That was the first step towards making peace with the whole process. But eventually I was like, oh man, this is really, really, really tiring. It's really, really exhausting. The up and down, the whole thing got really exhausting. And I was kind of aware of it, like, okay, how can we change this? And then I was like, I'm a free, real human being. I am a creator. So I was like, okay, we take a little less down. We're going to change that. Either a shorter down, hard and short, like jumping off a jumping board, and then a long fly, or something else. We work it out. And I worked it out. I mean, I'm here now. I'm having a long fly now. Who knows how long? When is the next dark period coming? I'm not worried about it because it passes. So, yeah, that'll be my next software update. Okay, I wish us a gorgeous day. Take care, good friends. Let's speak tomorrow. Oh.